When it comes to media, it isn't necessarily that women are not invited to the table. Let's be clear, they are. The issue is that while the invitation may come with pomp and posturing, it rarely comes with power. Women are invited, yes, but they don't really get to sit at the table in any meaningful way. So they may stand around the table or beside the table, or they may smile politely across the table, or they may be asked to pour the tea and make it look all lovely. But influence, authority, decision making power, that's often reserved for the men quietly pulling the strings behind the scenes. Now, the uncomfortable truth is that many of these so called invitations are more symbolic than substantial. They are like strategic tokens, like boxes that you tick in the name of diversity or inclusivity, or worse still, they're sometimes deployed as part of a visual aesthetic. Let's add a woman, it will soften the brand. Or we need a female face for the optics. Now, in these types of scenarios, to me, it looks like women often become fixtures in a set piece, much like the decor or the lighting. They are present, but not powerful. So, yes, you'll see women on your screens. You'll see them gracing panels. You'll see them moderating sessions or even anchoring shows. But look closer. Who is writing the script? Who is approving the headlines? Who is curating the content, funding the projects, and making the all essential, all important final calls? All too often, it's a man or a boardroom filled with them. And here's where it can get complicated, right? Because the visibility of women can create an illusion of progress. See, it makes it easy, to assume that women are equally represented, that we're equally influential. But visibility without voice, that's at best a hollow victory, if you ask me, because a woman may be the face of a show, a brand, or even a media platform. But the real question has to be, does she shape the narrative, or is the narrative being shaped about her? You see, when women are placed in roles without the corresponding power to influence outcomes, the narrative often becomes skewed. Sometimes it's quite subtle, sometimes it's stark. It may carry that appearance of balance, but it's tinted or maybe even tainted with the perspectives of those behind the scenes, those who hold the pens and those who pull the lever. These are nuances, yes, but these nuances can often go unnoticed by the casual observer. They matter though. They matter. They matter because they reinforce the outdated power dynamics whilst masquerading as change. You see, true inclusion in media, and indeed in any industry, is not about optics. It cannot be about optics. It has to be about agency. It's about allowing women not only to be seen, but to be heard, to be believed, and to be in charge. It's about giving them not just a seat at the table, not just a place at the table, but a seat with a voice, with a vote, and with the freedom to challenge the agenda, not just follow it. Until then, we'll continue to see women in media, but many of them will still be fighting, quietly or otherwise, like they've always done. They'll still be fighting for the right to do more than just show up, look pretty, and smile for the cameras. They'll be pushing for the space to be actually leaders, to lead, to be in charge, to own the narrative, and to write their own script. Because that ultimately is where the real power lies. Make no mistake. Thankfully, though, change is not only possible, it's already in motion. Because at the forefront of this shift is G Woman Media Inc., a global digital multimedia company founded by women, for women, and unapologetically committed to ushering in a new era of media for the global woman. The script, ours. The narrative, ours. The wealth, ours. The worth, ours. And when I say ours, I mean women. So this is us, for us. and by us. See, across our platforms, whether it's the radio, the magazine, the TV, and our thriving online community known as the G Woman Collective, G Woman Media is resolute in its mission to amplify the voices, the vision, and the ventures of women. Here, women aren't just the face of the story, they are the story. They are the authors. They are the producers and the directors. This is more than mere representation, it's genuine inclusion. It's the kind that shifts culture, reclaims power, and redefines what's possible. G Woman Media offers a refreshing and necessary alternative for women in an industry long dominated by male led narratives, one that delivers not only visibility and true value, but also an opportunity to leave a legacy for future generations of women. I say this all the time that we are holding space for future G women through our bold and intentional approach. We're championing wealth and worth for women in media. And by so doing, we are actually proudly setting a new empowering standard for what the media landscape can be, and indeed what it should be. So you see, the seat at the table is no longer something to be begged for. It is being built beautifully, powerfully, and purposefully by women, for women, and with women, not just at the head of the table, but all around the table, but also behind the scenes where it matters. I'm Clara Rufai.